Hey folks, welcome back. Rudy, Alpha Investments. So, I know, box openings, been busy trying to ship things. Anyways, want to have a little follow-up today regarding Commander Legends, expected value, Jeweled Lotus, whoa, flavor of the month. And of course, I guess the draft boxes, the collector boxes, and the deck set. Now today's officially Friday, official release date. Hopefully you guys see this video within 24 hours of that. I'll try to get it live as soon as possible. I want to go over what I see going on and what I expect to happen the next 30 days. So, yeah. I guess we'll start with the draft booster boxes. For the most part, those boxes are kind of holding steady. I'd say probably about 120 to 130 shipped with taxes out the door. Some places are a little 140, 150 at some local stores because they actually still have it in stock. Overall, keep in mind, friendly reminder, folks, number one, no wholesale-wise, distributor-wise, store-wise, basement-wise, Tesla, space station, Mars, Pluto. These boxes are not the same as a standard booster box. They're similar in size. They have a different quantity of booster packs. They're fatter packs. They are not priced the same on the distributor side. They're very close, but not quite the same as a standard box. Number two, the Commander Legends draft boxes. These are not limited. Okay, these are not going out of print. This is going to be a readily available product similar to a Modern Horizons. Now, many people at this point are calling Commander Legends kind of the Commander Master set that really is what we should have had all along, like when they were doing Master Series, but they just, Wizards knew they could jack the price up and we'd all just take it and pay the money, which we did. Because, think about it. Let's compare it to Iconic Masters. Iconic Masters, 24 booster packs per box, right? Foil in every pack, right? Chase Mythic, Mana Drain? And a couple other, mid-tier $20, $30 mythics. Actually, at the time, I think there was, Horizon Canopy or something that was like 50, 60. Point was, expected value of Iconic Masters is very similar to Commander Legends, a standard draft box. The difference is the MSRP, which is, you're not allowed to say that, otherwise the banhammer hits you. The MSRP that doesn't exist but does exist on Iconic Masters is $240 a box. Wholesale was between, beginning, Iconic Masters 140 to 155 was wholesale. And then when the panic collapse of 2017 happened, distributors got stuck with it. It was a disaster. Obviously, some of the distributors under a fake shell name were dumping them on eBay. I remember that guy dumped 4,000 or 5,000 boxes at a low. I think it was $119 a box for Iconic Masters. It was a disaster. Fun fact for those of you guys weren't around in 2017. Boy, you missed the fun times. Point was, here we are with Commander Legends. The draft boxes are very similar. Okay? Very, very similar. Except it's kind of better. Not only do you have a chase like Jeweled Lotus, which as of the filming of this video, to my surprise, Jeweled Lotus is actually holding pretty steady at $60 a card. I'm very surprised it's actually holding that price point. I thought for sure it'd probably be in the 40s or 50s. You guys can comment below Jeweled Lotus and put the date or time or whatever you're watching this, but as of Friday, Jeweled Lotus is actually holding $60 a mythic. I still stand by the price everybody made fun of me. $20 at most. I stand by that. I think $20 is a fair price. I think that is where it will stabilize around there. Now keep in mind, chances are in the next couple of years, they're going to reprint Jeweled Lotus as a chase item into future sets of Magic the Gathering because Papa Hasbro can cash in on the money train. So keep that in mind in the back of your head, everybody. Just like Mana Drain, the chase card for Iconic Masters, boom, reprinted. Commander Legends, So keep that in mind with the draft boxes, everybody. Expected value of the overall draft box, last I checked, was still holding 150 to 190 a box on average, but huge variance. Remember, expected value does not apply very well the larger you make the product. So for those of you out there doing mass box openings and you actually have an LGS that's allowed to let people in or have customers, more than one person per 3 days or whatever crazy government stuff going on is, just remember, if you're doing a mass box opening or dealing with singles, you cannot properly deal with a mass box opening unless you're doing a tremendous quantity to level out the variance. The larger the set size, the larger the swings in variance. So if you're a small store and you're going to say, Rudy, I'm going to open 60 boxes of Commander Legends, do a mass box opening and sell them at release. That's probably a bad idea because chances are you're throwing the dice. You and Lady Luck better be on good terms, otherwise Peggy's going to slap you across the face and Lumberg's going to make you work every Sunday. Think about it. If you have 60 boxes with this size of a set, with this many mythics, if you're lucky, you can have a ton of Jeweled Lotuses and Mana Drains. You're going to be bragging everybody you made all this money in Commander Legends flipping singles. If you're unlucky, you're going to be like, oh my God, Rudy, I opened Commander Legends, 60 boxes of draft. And my store, we only hit like 5 mana drains out of 60 boxes. We got annihilated. We hit 6 Jeweled Lotuses out of 60 boxes. It's possible. As of this filming, I've done 4 Commander Legends collector box videos. Okay? That's 8 boxes. 3 of the 8 boxes have contained a Jeweled Lotus. I've had 0 mana drains open on the channel out of 8 booster boxes at the filming of this video. 0 out of 8 boxes. Think about that. So I just want everyone to be aware. When you make the set size larger, the swings are more dramatic and expected value becomes less and less important. Remember that. If you are a store wanting to do a mass box opening on a set size this big, in my opinion, actually, I'll give you guys a good little rule of thumb real quick, kind of off topic here, but I think a lot of you will appreciate it. There used to be a meme, a thing that me and some other store owners back in about 2012, 2013 range used to say, whatever the size of the set is, that's the minimum number of boxes you should open. So if you're opening a 150 card set, you should open 150 booster boxes. If it's a 360 card set, similar to Commander Legends, the minimum boxes you should crack to level out variants is 360 boxes. So I don't know if I've ever even brought that up on the channel, but I just want to drip that out there. So anyways, as far as the regular draft boxes go, remember everybody, this is not rare. They are going to be reprinted. And that brings me to point number 2, for those of you still watching. So, for example, patrons, I printed and I have officially shipped all 3,300 packages for all the commander decks, the collector boxes, the draft boxes. The bad news is, I know this is funny. Well, not if you're one of these people. 69 people, I know, giggity. I counted it 3 times, couldn't believe it. 69 people who bought a case of Commander Legends from me. That when the sale was over and the timing, whatever. 69 people, their order who bought a full case of 6 has not shipped because I ran out. So, good news, I got over 3,000 orders shipped. Bad news, there's about 69 people that are getting slapped in the face right now. I apologize for that. Good news, I have confirmation that right after the Thanksgiving holiday, the following week, I am confirmed I am getting more of the Commander Legends collector boxes and draft boxes. The next wave is coming. And I am going to be able to fill the rest of those products. And of course, if the price goes higher, I'm not going to charge the difference. If the price goes lower, I'm not going to refund the difference. I'm just going to fill it for whatever the price is. And the market, it is what it is. It's only, as of the filming, I mean, we're only talking like 7 to 10 days. It's not that big a deal. I know if you're waiting, every day feels like an eternity. So hang in there. So for the handful of people that did get kind of hammered in the face, I apologize, but those are coming. So sit tight. All the collectors are fine, the deck sets, but like I said, 69 people who bought a case of draft boxes ran out. So, sorry about that. Okay, so be careful. The draft boxes are not limited. Let's jump over to the collector boxes. Okay, so Commander Legends collector booster boxes. This is something I'm starting to notice. Number 1, the Mana Drains, Jeweled Lotuses, those type of chase mythics that are not available in the etch slot. Reminds me of the Theros situation with, what was it, Oros and those not elder dragons, the elder gods and the elders. Some of the mythics are harder to get in the collector box and easier to get in the draft boxes. Excuse me. So keep that in mind. This reminds me of that Theros. I realized that halfway through opening my Theros collector boxes when we did those 20 videos. So because of that, the Commander Legends collector boxes, the value in the long-term perspective is going to be heavily skewed on how well etched foils are going to hold up and how well the market's going to accept or reject it, and also how well those Commander reprints and the Commander cards in the uncommon, rare, mythic, the triple etched slot in the back of the pack is. The value of that collector box is going to directly correlate with that. So in my opinion, that's what we need to be focusing on for those of you interested in the collector boxes. And yes, Wizards does have more of the collector boxes. They're not reprinting it. At least I'm not aware of it. They've never done that before with collector boxes. But apparently they are going to release the rest of the product again after the Thanksgiving weekend, which is about 7 days from now. So not too bad, but we gotta wait a week. Kind of sucks if you're waiting. When that does come, depending on the size of that restock is going to dictate whether or not the needle moves up, down, or just stays flat. I don't know how big in the quantity of the collector boxes are going to be released. It's kind of up in the air. How do I say it? how do I say this? I know a lot of people contact me regarding like Amazon and all these things going on, and Wizards is quietly like dumping like thousands of boxes on Amazon. I heard about that. I've heard that also from other stores and distributors. I'm not really sure about the legitimacy or what's going on with that. If that's really what's going on, and that's why no one can get the regular boxes anywhere right now, well, then that's crappy. It is what it is. But at the same time, it shows that, Papa Hasbro says, hey, we'll sell direct to the market for over $200 a box or plus tax or whatever, and we're just going to bypass everything, which is, again, I don't believe in that type of approach, because you're destroying the distribution and the LGS model nationwide, but can't control what Papa Hasbro is going to do. But anyways, so as time goes on, we'll do a follow-up video in a week regarding the supply of the collector boxes, because I'm really curious on how big that restock is. I have no idea. I don't have any information or inside information or data. I don't have any data on if it's going to be big or small. Sorry. Last but not least, the Commander Legends 6-deck set, similar to the Zendikar deck set. I think it's a good product. I'm really impressed by these deck sets. I'm assuming these were replacements for maybe intro decks or theme decks or Planeswalker decks. But I just wish they would cut down the stupid packaging. The waste of just cardboard, We're in this era where everyone's talking about save the environment and pollution and helping things out. And, and Wizards always has these, we do charities and good things, and we want to do positive stuff. But there are just products they release that are so contradictory to kind of what they claim to be standing for. And these Commander products are just the amount of space and cardboard and packaging and ink and chemicals being wasted outside the cards in the packaging is so beyond. It's incredible. It continues to blow my mind. So I wanted to lay that out there, but I'm still incredibly impressed. Like the Zendikar Commander deck set and the Commander Legends Commander deck set. I mean, in the past, I never carried, I never ordered, I never sold, I never kept any Planeswalker decks, intro decks. I just always thought they were all just a bunch of bamboozling for new players with no real value. And then they've realized that, well, I guess these things are selling like crap, so let's get rid of them, make something better. So, to my surprise, I mean, I just think it's kind of a cool thing. I kind of like the direction of that. I just wish, again, they would make them more efficient for everybody involved. Distributors, the quantity of pallets, the size of the packaging, and of course, the sheer volume of waste. I had some stores around the country send me pictures because they were actually breaking down a couple hundred Commander deck sets just to sell singles online, TCG Player in their local store, of those particular cards. And they sent me some pictures of the amount of waste. It was like 4 dumpsters full of just layers upon layer of just an outer cardboard, the inner packaging, the inner workings within the inner. It was nuts. It's incredible. And all of those plastics and chemicals are all byproducts of manufacturing or fossil fuels, and just the space. It's more weight on the trucks for logistics. It ripples through the whole system, and it's silly. I just don't get that. But overall, I just want to lay that out there. So, moving forward here, I got some more videos coming up here. I want to talk a little bit about Zendikar, how it's just kind of exploded as the hottest thing people waited for all year, and then it just dissipated the fastest I've ever seen. Same thing with Double Masters and VIP. Kind of a weird thing going on there. Nobody cares, as they say, but I don't know. I'm resuming back to all these conversations. I apologize. It's been a lot of box openings while I've been trying to get all this orders and get caught up behind the scenes here, but I just wanted to share these things I've been following. Before I cut the video off, I know not many people are still watching past that 6-7 minutes, and now we're probably, 15 minutes in the video. Just a heads up, if you're a patron or not, I pulled down Throne of Eldraine draft boxes from $79.99. Got word yesterday afternoon, late in the day, out of nowhere, Wizards of the Coast is fully out of Throne of Eldraine regular draft booster boxes, completely out in the warehouse. It completely caught me off guard. I had to cut it off and move it immediately. Again, I offered it to patrons for about a year. You had plenty of time to get it at that cheap $79 price, but holy crap, I didn't see that coming, just out of nowhere. I don't know how much that is readily available information. That's why I'm going to kind of throw it in the end of this video. I'm not really going to talk about it and make a whole video and a title about it, but they claim that Throne of Eldraine is not out of print. At the same time, they also claim that if there's more disruptions with the printers, delays, and of course any form of government intervention and shutdowns or any form of economic shakeups or anything with the world going into this, the holidays in the first quarter next year, it may not get reprinted at all. And if that's the case, we're looking at a Dominaria 2.0, and I expect a hard reaction to the market on Throne boxes from 90 to 110, 120 immediately on the secondary market. I don't know what's going to happen. I wouldn't really use too much FOMO because Throne, I mean, as a whole, though, really, in the last few months, Throne really hasn't sold much. It's kind of old news, so I don't know. I don't know. But at the same time, to be completely out like that, way over here in November, before the year even ends, was a really big whoa. So I don't know how it's going to happen. You guys can take it for what it's worth, but yeah. So I completely had to pull that down out of nowhere. That really caught me off guard. My instinct, if people said, well, Rudy, what do you think's going to happen? I feel like Papa Hasbro's got to lock in that money. I feel like they wouldn't want to just cut it off that abruptly. I feel like there's going to have to be some sort of reprint. They have to on Throne. They can't cut it off that quickly. I mean, they did that with Dominaria, and it was a disaster. I don't know. It is 2020, right? My instinct is they're gonna do one more print run of Throne, and they'll try to bring it back in the first quarter. But I don't know. Things are so volatile with shutdowns and the virus situation, the swings and the economic uncertainty and the political environments. And we don't know. I mean, Wizards is trying to deal with the Jumpstart. They're trying to deal with the Commander Legends. They're trying to deal with all these product lines. And I don't see them going back and saying, hey, let's bring Throne to the front. Maybe it's on a different machine because it's just a standard box, and maybe they can. But I don't know. I just want to leave it out at the end of this video that just be aware. Throne of Eldraine, keep an eye on it. We don't know what's going to happen. And have a great day, everybody. Crazy world, right?